What's up, guys? We are continuing progress on the hatch. Right now, Wyatt is working on getting a diff mount made. As you can see, we got the sides grinded off on the subframe here, and we got this bar welded into place, or it's just tacked right now, and we're going to be building a cradle off of this guy to hold the diff in place. This is the only welding that needs to be done for the all-wheel drive conversion, but after we get this diff mount all done, the all-wheel drive system will be 100% fully complete, and then we just have to finish up some final stuff on the brake lines, get some things in the engine bay put back together, and the hatch is pretty much good to go. Go drive it down the street, make sure all that's working.
We'll run to Taco Bell, you know the deal.
Yep, got a breaker in. So while Wyatt is working on this, I'm actually working on our trailer for Sick Week. So I went over to Northern Tool and Equipment. They have these little trailers, and if you look right here, I already got this thing pretty much all the way assembled the other day. It took me like couple hours to kind of get this all together, but this is how it comes. It's pretty bare. There's no bottom to it or anything like that. So we are going to be adding to this trailer to give it everything we need to carry our tools and stuff like that, because we're not going to have quite enough room on it just like that. Jamie has his over here. It's the same exact one, and I really like how they did theirs. Our buddy Ben did this for him, and I was going to try to have him knock ours out as well, but it's super last minute, and Ben's really busy right now. But as you can see, Jamie has everything he's going to need on there, got his wheels and tires all mounted up, and then they have this upper deck here as well, and then they just added all of this angle iron and this expanded steel on the top and bottom there. So I'm going to be doing basically the same exact thing to my trailer as they did on Jamie's, because I like that one a lot. Got Shane over here as well. The boys made it into town, and he has his all-wheel drive CRX, also H22 powered, but with the B series transmission, if you guys don't already know. What you got going on right now?
I just put the insane shaft axles in. I'm doing this side right now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So he's getting his all converted back to all-wheel drive, and then he has a similar setup for his trailer as well. And this is one freaking unit here, dude. You're towing a lot of weight. He has a whole spare engine back there, extra transmission, all your stuff. Look, generators. You guys are ready to go.
Ready to go.
So we've been working, trying to get ready for Sick Week. These guys are a little bit more ahead than we are, but we are catching up here fast. So I'm going to continue to work on our trailer while Wyatt gets that mount knocked out. And then also we got our rear tires right here. So these are the front tires that came off of the Freedom Civic, and these used to have 26-inch tall slicks on them, which were going to be a little too tall for the Civic. So what these are 24.5-inch slicks that fit a 15-inch wheel. And then we have our 13-inch wheels for the front of the car. These are also 24.5 inches in diameter. So all the tires are the same exact diameter. And this is the same setup that most of the all-wheel drive Civics run, especially the very fast ones. They run a little bit less of a sidewall in the rear, so it doesn't squat so hard on those back tires. But then they still have the front set up like a sport front-wheel drive car. But yeah, we are making progress, boys. Let's get to work. All right, guys, check it out. Wyatt got the diff mount all knocked out, and that came out awesome. So we are good to go there.
Yeah, man.
She should be stout.
One more thing off the to-do list. We're making pretty good progress today, so that's done. On to finishing up the brake lines. We're going to alignment tomorrow morning, probably tune it tomorrow evening, and then it'll give us like good 3 days to kind of go over, comb out the car one more time before we hit the road for sick week.
Yeah, I'm
Getting close, dude. It's gonna be sweet.
Came out good. All-wheel drive is now officially done. No more needs to be done for that. She's nice and strong. That's what, 250 pounds right there?
At least. I'm a big boy.
Straight big boy pull-ups on there. That guy's not going anywhere. And then the trailer is coming out awesome as well. Got this just about knocked out. We still need to paint it. Shane actually wired our lights on there real quick as well, so shout out to Shane. The final thing we need to do to this is we're probably going to add some mounts to mount our extra wheels and tires, similar to how Jamie's is over here. So you can see he has his wheels off there. I already showed it earlier. So I think we're just going to do that final step so we can mount our slicks while we got the road tires on there. And then we can go ahead, get this thing painted up, and then our trailer will be all good to go. And then we have to see about what we need to do to wire in this stuff in the car to hook up to the trailer, but that's simple. Also, we found out what the noise was yesterday when we first fired up the hatch. It was nothing major at all. We were saying it might have been something with the clutch, or that was our initial thought, but it turns out the flywheel was actually barely rubbing on the inside of the bell housing. If you look right here, this is the trans that came off of the hatch. And what happens is when you put a twin or triple disc aftermarket clutch on an H series and you bolt up the factory transmission, it does hit a little bit. And on this factory aluminum case, it's just cast aluminum, so it self-clearanced it and you don't even really hear it. So that's why you don't notice, because it's in like thousandths of an inch that it hits. But with the case being billet, it is a harder material and we heard it much louder and it lasted a little longer. So Aaron Lopez messaged me and said that that's what the noise was. So nothing to worry about. It self-clearanced it. What we should have done is obviously ground that spot out to make it good. But he's like, oh, if you go look at your stock trans, there's probably a mark there. And sure enough, there is. I didn't even know that. But apparently when you put an aftermarket twin disc clutch on an H series, you need to grind that down just a touch, or else the flywheel will do it for you. So we are good to go. That noise was nothing major. Everything else seems to be working as it should. I never thought I'd see the day. Is that a back bumper on the hatch?
Dude, it's been a long time coming. I've always hated how this thing never had a rear bumper on it.
Dude, for everyone that has commented about this in the past, I hope you're happy, because the back bumper has not been on the hatch in probably a good 2 years. And Brent brought it down when he came down from Colorado, and we were able to get it back onto the car for the first time in a very long time. She's a little sun faded. It's not the prettiest bumper. If you look up close, it's a little beat up, but that's all right. It looks better than no bumper. That's for sure. From back here on the GoPro, it looks freaking brand new.
She's a 10-footer, but you know, good from afar.
It's probably a 25-footer. But yeah, boys, back bumper going back onto the hatch here. I don't even remember when we took this off, but it's been off of the car for so freaking long. Still needs brakes.
Yep.
That's about as far as we're going for today.
Perfect maiden voyage. Bam! Right through the rear glass.
It's still a little low. We could probably have a higher hitch.
So I'll be damned.
We had to flip the hitch around.
Yeah.
It's not too bad. Dang, dude. Hatch is back, all-wheel drive, and we're putting her right to work. She's towing.
Yeah. Heavy load, buddy.
Oh, it looks so good from the back with the bumper on it now.
It looks incredible.
Holy crap. I should have put that on
So bad without it.
2 years ago.
Like with the bumper on, so I'm staring.
Bumper
So
on,
cool.
matching wheels and tires. Yeah. It's like a first.
Yeah, the rotas are on there. It almost looks like it's street setup. Just needs the bigger tires in the front.
It almost
Yeah, the
looks
big
like the
Yeah.
picture that was the header or the profile picture of the YouTube page since day one.
Yeah, it does.
Almost.
Yeah, if you guys look at the channel profile picture, which
Taking
should
that
be,
picture at Sandstone.
I don't know which direction I'm filming this. It's either over there or over there, somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere.
The profile picture is the front end of the hatch, and that was a picture Wyatt took on his
Yep.
Android
Way back
probably
in the day,
6
dude.
years ago.
At
That's when it
least.
still had the D series
That was
in
like
it.
high school days. We were at Sandstone, probably mobbing pit bikes or something in this thing.
Yeah, we were at the skate park.
Yep.
And that's been the profile picture the whole time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, dude. Freaking pumped to see her back.
We got the baddest little Hondas doing this. It's crazy.
All three of us, 800 something miles, dude.
Hopefully we don't have to get gas
Hopefully.
masks again.
Yeah.
If anyone remembers me and Brent coming
Hey,
down
dude,
from Colorado.
Your Coke can heater thing though.
Yeah, we should show them that.
Perfect.
It's still
bro.
riding.
Dude, I remember we did that in Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Yeah.
That was exactly
It was
where
cold.
that happened.
We
I don't know.
needed heat.
Did we show that?
I don't know.
It was
No,
in one of the
that
videos.
never got shown.
No,
Like, we
I'm
just
pretty
did
sure that
at
was
the
in a
gas
video.
station.
I'm sure.
When me
Had
and
to be.
when me and Brent drove this thing back from Florida, it was getting really cold, and we took the piece that connects the blower motor to the heater core out for whatever reason. So that piece wasn't there. We had no heat, and Brent
Yeah.
ghetto rigged a Coke cam box to connect the blower motor to the heater core. It's all wrapped in duct tape right now, but if you look underneath there, there is a Coke
There's a Coke.
box.
I see some Coke.
Yep,
The tape
there
was the
is.
seal.
That was a 12-pack of Cokes.
It made all the difference in the world too,
was about-
honestly.
And it made it work.
We had the
and the
heat.
heater still works to this day. We need to get the correct piece, but right now the hatch has a heater powered with Coke box.
Yeah.
That was like midnight in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Brent had like blankets on
I
driving.
remember the video of you guys like blanketed up, coated up, gas masks
cold.
on.
This is awesome. I mean, the trailer turned out cool. It's all-wheel drive now.
Really sweet.
Things are getting
Two all-wheel drives.
turned up.
All right, Gordo, hop in there.
In the trailer?
Yeah, you and Shane, I need some weight on there. We're gonna pull you guys a whole 30 feet. Make sure everything's working.
Yeah. All right. You gotta use your
Alright.
feet as the brakes.
Yeah, we gotta put some load on this thing real fast.
That's pretty cool.
All right, guys, we got the hatch pulled back inside, and I am very curious to know how much this thing weighs now that we've done the all-wheel drive conversion. From my best memory, when it was still front-wheel drive with me in the car, it was around 2,500-ish, and now I have no idea. I'm guessing it's in the 2,600s with a driver, but I'm curious to see what it is just without me in it. So we got our scales under the car. She's up on the lift. The only thing we're missing right now is the front bumper, the charge pipe, and the passenger seat, but other than that, everything else is in the car to be full weight. So
Here we go.
go ahead and drop her down. Wait, what are your guesses?
I'm guessing a little over 2,500
Is this with or without driver?
with driver.
With driver, Brent says a little over 2,500, which
Yep.
I don't think that's possible because that's already what it was.
I think so.
Maybe we did take some weight out with the tank and stuff.
Yeah, we'll find out.
You have any other guesses? What do you think, Shane? With driver,
In like low 26.
low 26. You got to guess, Gordo?
2630.
2630. I'm gonna say 2652 with me in it.
There we go. I'm the low guy.
All right, here you go. Bring her on down. All right, so nobody in the car. We are sitting at, is that all the way down?
All the way down.
2434.
Oh, it's gonna be so
And I weigh like 100,
105,
I'm like 145 if I don't eat, 150 on a good day. I'm pretty light.
On a steak and shake days.
On a steak and shake day. Oh, we're not too bad.
What is it?
2595 with me in it.
Whoa! Dang. So close. I mean, 2,600.
I think-
That's pretty much 2,600.
Yeah, I think Gordo was the closest.
Yeah.
So basically 2,600 pounds. Once we have the bumper on it and the charge pipe, passenger seat. Plus we also have a hitch on there as well. So that kind of makes up for it because we won't normally have the hitch on there. That thing's probably a good 20, 30 pounds. But yeah, boy, she's a big girl now. She put on some weight.
Not too bad though.
But not terrible. 2,600 pound all-wheel drive Civic. That's pretty typical. At World Cup, they have to be 2,700.
Yeah. And I think Shane's is about the same, honestly.
So not too bad. It's honestly a little lighter than I thought it was going to be, which is good. I'm not complaining. Yeah. And with the slicks on it and lighter wheels, it will lose some weight when it's in full race trim. Yeah. Not too bad, boys.
Pounds.
What's that?
In race trim, mine is a 30-pound difference. On my slicks, it's 30 pounds lighter.
What is your car weigh with the slicks?
2630.
With you in it?
Yeah.
Oh dang! So it's actually barely lighter currently than yours.
It's lighter than mine. Yeah.
Damn. So they're basically the same though.
Yeah. Right. With your passenger seat, and it's gonna be the same.
Yeah, identical. I also have 100 pounds of weight on the nose from when we did that weight plate, and now that it's all-wheel drive, we probably don't need as much weight on the nose, but it's still good to leave it in like sport front-wheel drive mode. A lot of guys say that you still want to set these cars up as a front-wheel drive car, and then the rear is just an assist, but the front end stuff, you still want that weight plate, you still want all that, you know, weight over the front tires, because most of the power is still going to the front wheels. But when they're all-wheel drive, it just has a little extra push off the line to help it get going.
A little motivation.
But not too bad. 2,600 pounds. Well, boys, another late night working on the hatch, but we are so close here. We got the slicks back on it as well because we're getting ready to take this thing to get an alignment tomorrow, and we want these slicks on there because that is what it will be racing on. So we're getting an alignment on those guys, and if you look up under the car, got all of the brake lines done. Wyatt just finished all of that stuff up. Him and Jamie were working on that. They got them all pumped up and bled. Check that out from Stash Auto. Once again, this kit came out awesome. And that's about it under the car, right? For now, we just did a final bolt check, make sure everything is tight. Anything we touched, we wanted just to make sure that we didn't miss anything, left it loose. And another thing, I'm a changed man, boys. The intercooler is mounted for once in the hatch's history. Got a couple bolts through there. She's solid. That has never happened before. But for the first time, the intercooler is actually solid in place, good to go. And yeah, I think that's that's something to celebrate right there.
I had to
The shifter has all 4 bolts in it. Dude, something's happening.
That's a big deal.
The back bumper's on. The hatch is coming together.
This is crazy. To see the hatch completely going together is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I got to give Wyatt a lot of credit for getting on me about that, making sure all the bolts are in place. But yeah, I guess we can go ahead and lower it down real quick. Let's show them the handbrake.
Yeah.
Make sure that's all good.
Because the shifter has 4 bolts in it.
Yeah.
Hey, it always had 4 bolts in the hatch. That was only the minivan, and only the minivan and the MR2 I did that on.
I was really impressed with this. So like when I first started working on it, some of the fuel lines had P clamps on them. All the shifter bolts were in it. I don't know where he lost track from this to like the next build to where it just started going from 4 holes, 3 bolts. You know,
4 holes, 2 bolts.
I don't get it.
Just gotta angle them. They're diagonal from each
Hey,
other.
she's coming back together, dude.
Like the P clamps were
awesome.
with a big old wood screw, self-tapping.
I did all of it
metal,
for this,
but they were there.
I did it because I knew every car was gonna get redone, so I'm just saving us time.
Yep,
It's less bolts we have to take apart.
And look at this one. It's cool.
Yeah, she is coming back,
It's
boys.
awesome.
Take a look in here. We got our Civic Hydro e-brake installed, and we actually had to run over to a shop called Enemy Creations. They had this plate in stock right here, and that sandwiches in between our K-Tune shifter, and we were able to mount our hydraulic handbrake right off of that guy. Made it nice and simple, so that was a nice piece. And then you can check out all of the brake lines. This T right here is supposed to be a Y. We lost the fitting, so it normally looks a lot cleaner than this. We're not trying to dog on the Stash Auto kit because it turned out great other than that piece we lost.
Yep.
But
I'll get another one ordered and fix it someday.
Everything else is good. We just got to throw the passenger seat in there, but the brakes are all bled. The hydro works. We can actually stage this thing real nice now. I was never able to fully stage the hatch because the stock one was always so soft.
Yep.
So we'll actually be able to preload it pretty good. Yeah, dude, we've made so much progress on this thing.
Hit all 4 gears.
Yeah, we have to actually hit third gear.
Missing third, buddy.
It's not a sequential, guys, so I actually got to smash that third gear. Hopefully we don't miss it, like good old times. But we got dog box now. I think I can prove myself that I can slam third gear.
You always do in the Prelude, so.
Yeah, the Prelude's fine, but people give me crap when we have the stock synchro box. They just don't like that.
They hate it.
brakes feel?
They are solid, buddy.
Good to go?
Yeah, they were great.
We are just about good to go.
Dude, we're about
I think
done.
first thing tomorrow we take her on the alignment, but
Yeah.
take it
Get
on a test drive to Wawa and maybe hit the T-bell.
The T-bell down on a private road in Mexico.
Got all 4 meats on each corner. I was curious how these would look being different wheels in the back, but I actually really like these VMS wheels on the back. Those are 15s. I'm almost thinking getting the 13-inch wheel to match the rear and then replace those because that would look good. I really like those rear wheels on there.
Both bumpers on it for once. I can't even believe it.
Both bumpers, battery mounted, legit intercooler bolted down.
It is cool.
We are gonna need to get a new bumper for this thing eventually. The corner of this one came off at one point and the tire started rubbing on it pretty bad, but it'll get us by for sick week. I'll have to get a new one ordered and get it paint matched. I would love to get the hatch all repainted up one day, but it is kind of nice to see her all just kind of scrappied out and a little beat up because that's how she's always been. It's never been a show car. Well, guys, that is going to wrap it up for tonight. The hatch is so freaking close, guys. Right now, we're getting ready to load it up into our enclosed trailer because tomorrow morning, Wyatt and Jamie are going to be running this thing up to the alignment shop, and we're taking it to a guy that specifically works on race car alignments, and he works on some of the fastest cars out there. So we're getting a proper alignment done. Jamie brought his Civic over there and Shane's CRX the other day, and they got their alignments done. And since all that stuff is brand new in the rear, we need to make sure all that is properly straightened out and good to go. And then I'm sure he's going to find a lot of stuff to fix on the front because, you know, we just slapped this thing together back in the day. But yeah, she's going to get a legit alignment. And what else do we need to get done other than
Pack. You got pack. Get some spare parts and stuff.
VTEC relay. Tie a couple of wires up out of the way.
line of the blow-off valve?
Line the blow-off valve.
Catch cam.
Catch cam.
That's just putting it back on.
Just gotta put it back in.
Got to schedule the dyno, which we can do whenever. Ricardo said just come by. Maybe even tomorrow night if we have time. We can just throw it on the dyno, make some power, and then that's pretty much it.
Try and go for a test drive tomorrow night to a car meet.
Go to a little Riveters car meet.
Oh, that'd be awesome. So yeah, if we could get the tune knocked out tomorrow and then do the test drive, that'd be great.
That'd be cool.
Even if we
don't have the tune, it's still good to drive.
Get the drivability part done.
I drove it to O'Reilly's. It's pretty good.
Little pop-up meet or what? Anybody that knows the Riveters by the Odyssey in Tampa might be there tomorrow night.
We'll keep you posted on Instagram.
Yep. Just saying.
Yeah, we might just all roll up, have our little trailers hooked up and everything.
So cool.
Bunch of racers.
But yeah, boys, we are we are super close. So Hatch will be getting the alignment tomorrow. I'm gonna stay back, work on the trailer, get it knocked out, and make the tire mounts, and then start getting a list of things we'll need for sick week. But yeah, we're gonna call it there. Hope you guys are pumped. She's all-wheel drive, good to go. Brakes work. We're gonna call it for tonight.
That's it.
And the boys are in town, so next week it is time for sick week.
It is gonna be awesome.
Dude, I can't wait.
This is exciting.
It's gonna be cool.
Going for some stuff nobody's ever done before with some crazy Hondas.
Yeah.
This is great.
Yeah, I mean, not many people send it on the kinds of setups we have, especially Jamie.
Yeah.
Sport front wheel drive, 8-second Civic.
My bad.
We only have 4 gears.
Nobody said up.
It's crazy.
It's gonna be interesting, guys. But
That's awesome.
until tomorrow, we will see you later. Hope you enjoyed.